Do you smoke crack and are you a crack addict? No, I don't smoke crack and I'm not a crack addict. You don't want to hear my answer.
Actually, you're not being truthful. That's
I am not being truthful. Have you been into that house?
I have no interest being in that house. I'm not a crack user.
So, Charles, come on, buddy, let's go.
Did you ever ask Mr. Lees to get the crack video?
Did you ask him to get the video back, yes or no?
Did you
I look at myself as the mayor. I look at myself as just a normal, regular person. There's nothing else to say, guys. I really effed up, and that's.
So when it comes to Rob Ford, what I hear is like, as every day we can find a lot of messages about Rob Ford in the newspapers, in the media, and television and everything. So what I came to know is when you become so popular, you ruin yourself in the media too. So it's bad luck for you. You can't run for the next election.
Okay, so Rob Ford, he actually used to be a councillor in my area in Etobicoke. So at that time he was quite a good councillor. But when he moved to a mayoral position, skeletons came out of the closet. So kind of he became a media circus just because everyone wants to know who he is. I don't think he's necessarily like what he's done is a bad thing. Like I'm sure it's bad, but what people are trying to do is make him seem like a bad person because everyone has issues, everyone has a past. Just to bring it out and kind of cover it up in front of the media. That's what he might not get the mayoral position this year, but as long as he's trying to work himself out, it's fine.
So you're from the Netherlands. So what is your international point?
To me, first to Rob Ford, I didn't know who it was until obviously the media started covering everything that he supposedly did or said, and that's the only thing that I can go by. And the things that I've seen, the things that he said, the way he treated people.
Do you think that Rob Ford brought a lot of international fame to Toronto?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's good international fame though. I mean, I don't think I see him as a like an example of someone you want to be or something like that. But I don't know what he did professionally. So that in that sense,
do you think that if people knew what he did professionally, they would like him more, or they would elect him?
I think it does work like that. If
he doesn't know, you just ask him something he doesn't know. Well, I said if they did know about him. But he doesn't know, so how? Well, I'm saying if he knew more about actually what he's done professionally,
but
would he like him more?
I know, but like
in general, I guess things that he did were covered by international media attention, and it was broadcasted that way as well. You at least have something to go by. Now you only see the terrible things that he did or said. So.
Like on the news yesterday, they showed a security video of him in the parking lot of City Hall, which was not like, why should someone do that? Why would go into a security camera in City Hall and show that? It shows you what the media is trying to do.
Yeah, so they're invading his privacy and disrespecting him in that way. And when when all your privacy is being attacked, people even go on his driveway, you're gonna react.
It's like when you go to a club and maybe you're intoxicated, you come out. Like, and if your friends do that, post it on a Facebook page or something, how would you feel? It's the same thing. It's like it's a bit too much invasion of privacy.
So do you know any about? So do you feel like the media has?
Well, it's like, especially Toronto Star. It seems to have.
Oh, Toronto Star is definitely.
Yeah. So basically, it makes it sound like he is, or they're out to get him from the get-go. So.
Would you vote for him?
I would, because my area voted for him, and he was, honestly, saying, when he was a councillor in Etobicoke, where I lived, he was a great councillor. Everything was done, so I don't have any bad things to say to him. So, except if he cleans up his act, great.
So what are your thoughts on Rob Ford?
So the reason why I support him is because he does respect the taxpayers' money more than any other politician, and despite his personal problems and his inadequate actions and behaviors, he still remains one of the best mayors that Toronto has ever seen, according to statistical analysis and financial financial reports through the years. I personally think that he might have done questionable things on a personal level, but from a professional perspective, he has proven himself. And furthermore, the paper trails have proven themselves.
Sheer stupidity. That's all it was. So I'm not going to blame something. I'm not going to use an excuse or a cop-out. I take full responsibility for my mistake. I was born and raised here, and went to school here. I know everybody. And
What do you think of Rob Ford?
I don't really know him personally, but the things that he's doing is like really unprofessional, such as doing drugs and then lying about it.
Okay, but do you know any of the good things he's done?
No. I remember this one article I was reading that they had Rob Ford had to do a budget around the TTC and the construction, which delayed it, which is not normal, because I remember 2 years ago he had a budget on the TTC, and at the time I was delayed from work because I had to wait for the streetcar to come along.
Yeah.
You know this guy too.
How do you think media portrays him?
Obviously, he is a social and public figure, so the media will try to find any means necessary in order to make him look bad. At the end of the day, you don't hear news about good things happening as often as bad things. That's one. Secondly, there are a lot of competitors who want the seat, so they are bound to have people who are just waiting for him to make a mistake. And I believe that they portray him a lot worse than he is. I mean, I think on an individual level, everybody has done something, on par, if not worse. So people have to be a bit more understanding that he's not God, he's not a perfect being. And yeah, that's how I feel about it. They over-exaggerate things.
What are your thoughts on Rob Ford?
Alright, I think he's a man-child. I don't know how he got into power. I don't know if the electorate or I don't know what people were thinking when he got to power. But apparently, according to, I'm not Canadian, so I can't vote. But apparently, from what I've heard from other people, he has done a good job as mayor, which coming from a third world country, I would say, okay, he has done something. But at the same time, if you occupy an office, especially occupy an office that deals with leadership, you shouldn't mess it up. And so far, he has soiled him. He has, like, when you go out of the world, when you hear about Canada, you think about hardworking people, friendly people, business-minded people. But so far, Ford has a little bit tinted that Canadian name. And when people hear about Canada from Toronto, next thing they think about is crack. And it's like, what? Yeah. And also he seems to be way more, like, I met him some months ago in Ryerson. He was doing the mayor debate with other candidates, and he seemed to be pretty much way more occupied in being a celebrity than being a mayor.
We're back with Toronto Mayor Rob Ford, and the great Gonzo is on the way too. So you're running for mayor right now for re-election.
absolutely.
The election's in October.
October 27th, and people can go to robfordformayor.ca, support me, or you can go to my YouTube station, Ford Nation, and we're in full flight. And,
I would like to be on the Ford Nation show. Can I be your first guest on the show?
Well, we've had 3 episodes, but you can come on next week. No problem.
And at the end, he was taking pictures and signing autographs. He's free to do that, but at the same time, he seems to live on the joy of people, like saying, "Oh, Rob Ford, I saw your videos trying to speak with a Jamaican accent, even though you didn't do it right well, Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess that's what I think about Rob Ford.
Okay. Would you vote
I
for
wish
him
him good luck
if you
in
could?
rehab, by the way, anyway. Sorry?
Would you still vote for him? I mean, after all the good he has done?
If I could vote for him, I won't vote for him.
Okay.
Yeah.